Hey everybody, Chris and Sara, life transformation and self-empowerment coaches of a soul and wonder, and today we are going to be talking about stillness.
And most importantly, why we should be inviting more of that into our day-to-day lives.
So stillness, it's such it's a topic that I don't think is talked about enough. I think we're such an action-oriented society. We do a lot of different things all the time because we are programmed to be on the go. Do. But with action also has to come stillness and nothingness and beingness.
We also associate stillness with things like meditation, which can sometimes feel like doing something. So then it's just adding to that list. So when we say stillness, we mean like doing nothing, just being. That is actually meditation. That's what it's intended to be, at least. But it's been so misconstrued over the thousands of years of what meditation is. But to us, that's what stillness is.
Yeah, I mean, we really are mindful about the times and the periods throughout the day to really just sit. And whether that's just sitting with each other and not saying a word, or whether that's sitting by ourselves and breathing for a bit and just taking in the moment for what it is. And it really brings you to this ultra presence within yourself. And at that point, you can tap into higher states of consciousness. You can tap into your heart center where all of the answers lie, instead of trying to always figure it out with your brain.
It's an integration period between action. You know, maybe you're a parent and you run a business, or you work a full-time job or two, or you go to school. There's so much movement. When do we have the time to actually integrate that which we've been creating? And this stillness is such a wonderful opportunity for us to just tune into ourselves. What is out of balance? What's feeling a little sticky? Because your awareness is heightened, you become that observer of your present state of being. And we know that state of being is what creates our reality, because it's the alignment of thought and emotion and intention. So if our state of being is the most important thing about our existence and creating our reality, then it's really important to incorporate states of being of rest.
That's especially important, regardless of how hectic your day was or how slow your day was. Regardless, by carving out this time slot every single day, it puts you in this practice of being present and still, even amongst the chaos, amongst all the different things that are happening all at once. You can still find presence in those moments as well.
And stillness doesn't necessarily have to be, you don't necessarily have to look at your schedule and say at 4 o'clock every day, I'm going to be still. Because that starts to feel like you're doing something again. Like, oh, it's on my to-do list, so I must be doing stillness. We don't want to do stillness. We want to be still. So for ourselves, we particularly enjoy following our excitement. Whenever we feel like we have a decision to make, we tune into ourselves, our heart space, and ask, what is the most exciting option for me right now? And where does that excitement come from? What could come from that excitement if I follow that choice? And so sometimes it means being still, even though we have 10 tasks to do for the business or something to get done by tomorrow. But yet our excitement is telling us, right now, I need stillness. Right now, I want to bask in stillness. And we follow our hearts. Sometimes that means we just throw everything else out the window and we just embrace stillness.
At the end of the day, you've worked a long day. By default, a lot of us come home and we switch on the TV or we're doing something else where it's almost out of boredom. It's out of because we do not want to be still, because in that stillness we might feel a little bit uncomfortable. We might feel just a little bit triggered perhaps by nothingness. And what is that saying about yourself? What is that telling you in that moment? So the more we can get used to embracing these moments of stillness, the more that kind of falls away.
Mm-hmm. And like we'd mentioned before, one of our favorite things to do is practice that stillness together, where we'll just be in a room, sitting next to each other, sometimes not even talking very much, but just enjoying what's happening in that moment. Maybe our kittens are playing, maybe they're cuddling with us, maybe we have some nice peaceful music going, but it's quiet, it's calm, it's relaxing, and it's this beautiful way to build relationships with people in your life, to not put so much expectation on what needs to be said or done within the relationship to prove anything to each other about who you are to the other person, or who you expect the other person to be for you. So when you can just enter that space of stillness and silence, and it's not awkward, it's not uncomfortable, you're just present with each other, then that signifies a very comfortable point you've gotten in your relationship, to not control each other and try to make each other be something that you might not be.
We encourage you to look at this topic a little bit deeper and to invite stillness, nothingness, beingness into your life and see what it does for you. See how it enhances you.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you already have stillness in your life, we'd love to hear. What's your favorite way of being still? What's your favorite way of doing nothing?
And feel free to comment below with any of your questions, concerns, feedback. We love it all. See you guys next week.